What's going on, Taurus? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for January 2023. So in this reading, Taurus, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides regarding January 2023. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out, Taurus. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Taurus, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. That would also be greatly appreciated over here, Taurus. So without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy for you, and we'll see what wants to come through for January 2023, Taurus. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Taurus. Interesting stuff, Taurus. So let's start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards for you from the universe. The first thing we have is Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration are coming to you. The first thing that's coming to me here, Taurus, is that any of you who want to step into some sort of role of authority, that's your opportunity for January and even into 2023, especially for those of you who have spiritual gifts, intuitive, but you may be scared to share it or something like that. And even if you're not into the spiritual work field, although everything is spiritual, even if you're a laborer, that's still spiritual work, believe it or not. You're meant to become an authority in some sort of way. So we're going to have to clarify what this is about, but share your gifts with grace, just like easy, okay? And it might take you some willpower to do that. The thing about the Venetians as well is that they, there's something called Venetian mirrors where they would put like a tint of gold in their mirrors, and so that the people who would come into their shops would be like dazzled by the gold. So you are a Taurus, so do not be afraid. Like, I'm a big fan of luxury and the finer things in life, although I'm not like crazy. I'm not like I feel like I have a good balance with it. There's something about like using, I don't know, Venetian mirrors. Yeah, you also have Mary Magdalene, Teacher Awakens here. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you, Taurus. There is a little bit of energy here for you moving into some sort of authority position. This could even be you getting promoted at your work. Like, no matter what you're doing, you're getting promoted, you're coming to authority. But Teacher Awakens, I really feel like for most of you, you need to think bigger than what you're doing, especially if you're listening to this right now. You also have, Mercury, open communication, get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. So this is definitely to do with your bigger purpose in life. There's people who are needing your gift. Okay, so you holding on to it because of whatever reason, there's people who would come to you in spades if you could just let it out. So also in personal relationships, once again, there has been something about you've been connecting to someone in love potentially who's been holding you back from you may not even be aware of it, but they've been holding you back. This could be family members, friends, or a lover who's been holding you back from sharing your gift. I'm getting on a subconscious level, because consciously, as I tune into it, you're like, no, they're not. Or some of you are like, no, they're not. Some of you are like, yeah, I know. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this reading, Taurus. Your opportunity for January 2023 is the Hierophant. The Hierophant has to do with structure, tradition. It's the bridge from heaven to the realm of the physical. So this is also to do with spiritual authority, and that's what it's coming through as for some sort of reason. There's an opportunity for you to commit to your higher purpose and then persevere through it, okay? The Hierophant here, this is your opportunity. You're meant to be some sort of leader here, Taurus, in your own life. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that lights you up, you have a gift to share and you're meant to do it. Now your challenge is the Queen of Swords here, Taurus. The Queen of Swords is your challenge. And for some of you, there could be opportunity for commitment in love, 100% as well. I am getting that. For some of you who are dealing with someone or you know someone, there's definitely an opportunity for commitment in love, but you might have to change some things. We'll get into it as the reading goes on. But your challenge is the Queen of Swords here. I really feel like you need to push yourself. Like you need to cut out you just need to rip it. You just need to send it. Like stop overthinking. Enter action with boldness. For some reason, I understand, like, let's just say whatever you've been doing, you need to take it to the next level. And you need to not be afraid of what people think about you, because what people think about you has nothing to do with you and has everything to do with them. Right? But it's tough because we're social creatures. There's something about, like, not being afraid to even, just because you tell someone off sometimes, you're not bad. And there's something here about dropping your morals. Like there's something here about you are telling yourself, well, I can't do this leadership, or I can't do this thing that I want to do in my life, like getting to the next level, because I'm just like, I don't want to offend anyone. What Spirit's telling me to tell you is actually you're self-absorbed right now. Taurus is the hidden narcissist. And there's something here about, like, just, this is not going to resonate for all of you, but it's like, if you're telling yourself, I can't do this because of these people are going to, it's like, really? So don't be afraid to fight, There's something about, like, some of you may have a contradiction in your head as well, that, like, you don't have to fight for your right? Bob Marley, baby. There's something here about, like, if you, like, look at my life, if you think I got to this point, I'm not even saying, like, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread, but, like, if you think I got to this point just by meditating, no, I had to, like, take a sword and, like, literally cut all the negative people, interdimension. By the way, when you try to step up and be some sort of authority, there's going to be interdimensional forces who've been feeding on your energy who don't want to see it happen. So the reason I'm saying this, Taurus, is because your overall general energy for January is the Knight of Swords, the Five of Wands, and also the Eight of Wands here. The Knight of Swords, Five of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. This is fast-moving, competitive, open, communicative energy. Do not be afraid to get competitive. Do not be afraid to compete with people, because the thing about your life purpose, you're meant to be a teacher in some sort of way. You're meant to teach someone something, whatever it is that you do. I feel like it's spiritual for a lot of you. Don't be afraid to be competitive with it. And some of you may have a contradiction in your head with it. Now, this could also just have to do with love for some of you. Some of you may need to have a very big conversation with someone about where are we going, because it seems like there's your overall general energy. Life is going to seem like it's just going very fast for you. It's interesting. The Eight of Wands is also about open communication, and you also have open communication here in your message from the universe. Something about enter action with boldness here, okay? Now, when it comes to what you don't see coming here, Taurus, some of you may be dealing with a toxic masculine individual as well. This could be in your home life, family life, friend, or lover. I'm getting that there is something to do with you may need to cut out a toxic masculine person in your life. And there's something about don't make an enemy out of them, because you need to use some sort of masculine energy right now to get where you want to go in life. So the danger of, because here's what you don't see coming. What you don't see coming is the Magician, the Ten of Wands, and also the King of Swords here. Very masculine energy here, right? Magician, King of Swords. It's interesting, you also have the Queen of Swords in your challenge. If you've been having a disagreement with someone in love, someone trying to control you, toxic masculinity, I really feel like it's time for you to go your own way. Maybe cut this person out because they're really holding you back. There really is something about a covert, someone's like passive aggressive with it as well. some form of toxic masculinity around you. But here's the thing that I don't want you to do. What's coming through very strongly is that if you make an enemy out of this toxic masculine person and are just like, well, and you over-identify with the feminine, then, because you're like, I don't want to be like that person. I want nothing to be like that person. Then you're hindering yourself, because the avatar, the great masters of the universe, use all energy available to them. So if you make an enemy out of someone who's toxic masculine and then you repress all of your own masculine traits, it's going to keep you stuck in your career, I'm getting, or in anything. So there's something that you need to cut out here and manifest. You are manifesting your vision right now. You have a lot of potential, but it's time for you to not be afraid to use some sort of force in your life. Now, there is also here something about I understand some of you may not be looking for love, some of you are looking for love. There's someone here who's meant to come in for you once you kind of establish your own energy again, and you're not putting up with anything less than what you really want, because there is something about love here. A lot of you may have this love commitment, and it's like related to you stepping into your purpose. I always say you find the one you love doing what you love. I have so many amazing connections in my life, and they're all because of this YouTube channel. If I didn't put myself out there, of course there would be other connections, because the universe is abundant. But here's the advice. The advice is the Ace of Cups, the Emperor, and also the Four of Wands here. You are going through a rite of passage, Taurus. You're going to have to use your own masculine energy. And it seems like for a lot of you, there's going to be a new beginning with someone in love. I'm getting eventually. I'm not really getting a timeline. We're going to have to clarify. It could be happening in January for a lot of you, but for a lot of you here, there's something about like you just absolutely dedicating yourself to your own work and to your own purpose in life. And if you can do that, that's when first seek the kingdom of heaven, and then all things shall be added unto you. Passion is the thread which contains all other forms of excitement. Everything leads to another, because the universe is a form of sacred geometry. So with this Emperor and do something because you love it, and even if it's like something that you hate, like it's really funny. Like at first I hated being on camera, or I hated having to work one-on-one with clients that I work with, because it's, maybe it's like my autistic ways, like social anxiety. But if you can kind of push through something here, you're going to learn to love it. And you're meant to be big. Like there's something here about you're meant to be big. And there's something here about like you're letting little minds infect you. Or you're not thinking big enough, like, I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this reading, Taurus, and let's start clarifying this energy for you. So let's go ahead and clarify, why is this Hierophant here for you in your opportunity, Taurus, for January 2023? Yeah, weird. Hold on, why is the Hierophant here? All right, a lot of you are going to have to stand up to authority in your own life and realize at a certain point, you got to stop quoting people. At a certain point, you got to stop giving it up to every other. You need to do something called self-reliance. What's going on here is a lot of you are like, you have some sort of hierarchy in your head, and you think people are actually better than you. You think they're better than you with whatever it is that your chosen passion is. So like, let's say you're in the spiritual field. You're like quoting Ram Dass, and you're quoting like Osho, as if these people are more closer to God than you. Or whatever it is. If you're an athlete, if you're a painter, you're like quoting the best painters. You're quoting. The only way that you're going to be the best is if you can say, like, you need to disrespect these authorities a little bit. So your opportunity with the Hierophant is, in order for you to become the master, stop acting like a student. Of course, the master is the greatest student, so there's nuance to what I'm saying. A lot of you can understand it. But there's something here about, don't be afraid to, like, what are you waiting for? Like you need to, okay, when we look at like celebrities, whatever it is you want to do, if you want to become a spiritual teacher, maybe you don't care about attention. It's not about attention. It's about some sort of power. The chosen ones choose themselves. And only later is this confirmation confirmed by others. Like people think other people choose to or like, there's nothing new under the sun, Taurus. So what are you waiting for is my question. Why is the Hierophant here? You definitely, and this could have to do with standing up to some sort of injustice and then cutting it out, like quitting your job if there's someone who's keeping you down or something, right? So why is the Hierophant here in your opportunity, Taurus, for January 2023? Yeah, and then there is this love thing for a lot of you. But why is the Hierophant here for you? The Hierophant is clarified by the 9 of... That's so crazy. The 5 of Swords wanted to pop out before. Excuse me. For this. And you have the 6 of Cups here. Okay. So you have, Taurus, the 9 of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and also the 6 of Cups here in your opportunity. There's definitely something about challenging someone in your life. This is someone from your past who you feel has some sort of authority over you. This could be a lover, a boss at work, or something. You're going to have to step up to some sort of toxic masculine narcissist. I feel like a lot of you are dealing with a narcissist. This could even be a woman, by the way. Your challenge is the Queen of Swords, so you could be... It doesn't matter about gender. It's just energy, masculine and feminine energy, not like a gender. And you also have the 6 of Cups here. So there's something about a childhood dream, like, or something that you were destined to do with your past. I do feel like don't be afraid of conflict is what I'm being called to tell you. Don't be afraid of conflict, Taurus. And don't be afraid to, like, think, you know, sometimes you got, like, if you think you're going to get where you want to go by playing fair in 2023, you're wrong. Every massive thing is corrupt. Everything's corrupt. I'm not saying that you should be corrupt, but I'm saying that if you have this like puritanical thing where you're just gonna like manifest everything you want by not telling, sometimes people who block your, this is about people who are blocking your path, or it's your own mind blocking your path. Sometimes you need to get ruthless with this. Ruthless, right? And so I don't know, there's just something about, like, I don't think you're aware of, I don't know. Weird. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, authenticity includes the good, the bad, and ugly. I always say, like, about me, I'm not a good person. I'm not a bad person. I exist in the present moment, right? So I'm not saying, I'm only saying this, I'm not saying this to enable sociopathic behavior, because I understand I'm speaking to a wide audience. I'm speaking to, like, empaths who are afraid to walk. They feel like you're walking on eggshells because you're so energetically sensitive. That's who really I'm speaking to right now, mostly. Why is the Queen of Swords here in your challenge? Why is the Queen of Swords here in your challenge, Taurus? Queen of Swords in your challenge is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and also the 4 of Pentacles here in your challenge. All right. I do feel like you need to, like, no matter what, you need to get more bold, you need to get more aggressive, and I feel like you're, like, sort of deceiving yourself by playing it safe here, as if that's, like, safety. Like, the Queen of Swords in your challenge, the 4 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, and also the Knight of Wands. Now, for some of you, this is going to be cutting out someone who's just inconsistent in your life. This is going to be definitely cutting out someone, once again, a toxic masculine, someone, basically whoever you feel is blocking your path with whatever it is that you want to do, because it seems like you're meant to become authority, you're meant to do something big. Whoever's blocking your path, sometimes, you know, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. This is weird. You know, this is a weird reading. I don't know what this is calling me to say, but, like, sometimes you can't be afraid to fight fire with fire. And, like, it's like being bullied. I feel like some of you are being, like, weirdly energetic bullied and you're not aware of it. And, like, sometimes, like, the only way to get someone to, like, stop is to stand up to the bully. Like, here's the thing, like, even if the bully's bigger than you and the bully beats you up, if you stand up to the bully, they're not going to bother you. They're going to go to someone else. So that's kind of what you have to do here, like asserting your power, being competitive. But also some of you are just like, you know, you're being a little bit too comfortable with where you are, you know. So I don't know what you're doing to do that. I don't know if you're just like, that's the thing. I think I have a love-hate relationship with weed, because, weed is great. I don't know. I think some of you are smoking weed, and weed is great, but it makes you just like a plant. It vibrates at the energy of creativity. Plants are creative, but it's also neutrality, and it's you just accept everything. Sometimes you shouldn't just accept things as they are. You may need to use your tongue. I just did a reading for Gemini, and I was saying that you need to watch your tongue. This reading right here, you need to get aggressive. Court attention at all costs. People think that when you get hated on, it's some sort of bad thing. Hate is just energy. I'm starting to get more and more haters in my life. And guess what? It's just neutral energy. It's like anger. It's like sadness. If you label it a bad way, it will translate that way, because life is meaningless besides the meanings that we give it as co-creators. If you can stop labeling it as bad, it's good. It's energy feeding your way. I can go into my things and just have people hating on me or just psychically tuning in, and it's at the end of the day, I win. You're sending me all your energy, and I'm protected, just like many of you are. So it's if you're being hated, if you're not getting any hate, you're not doing enough. I'm not kidding. You need enemies in the future. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, all right. Let's get back to your reading here, Taurus. Let's go ahead and see why the Magician is here and what you don't see coming. I feel like you need to attack your goals with boldness, stand up to bullies type of thing. I don't know why this is turning out. I do feel like there's love here for you, but I do feel like if you focus only on that, there's something else bigger. You're meant to be a teacher. You're meant to experience, something big here as well. Why is the Magician? And maybe some of you, there's a lover who helps you do this. Why is the Magician here? There could be someone that maybe you're not in love with in a romantic way, but you have a love for, that you're meant to learn from. I am getting that. If you have anyone online, even me, you love me, you want to learn from me, then take my advice. It's there's something about that. Teacher awakens. Why is the Magician here for Taurus? One more. Or two more. And what you don't see coming. Too many. You have a lot of potential, Taurus. You have the Chariot. Yeah. You're divinely protected to manifest something new and big and activate your potential. Right now, I just feel like there's a lot of potential. I'm not going to say being wasted, because you're all divine in your own way. But whatever you want to do, just take it to the next level. That's all I'm going to say. The Magician is clarified by the Chariot, the Seven of Pentacles, and also the Three of Pentacles here. Yeah, this has to do with you expanding in the physical world, right? The Pentacles have to do with the suit of Earth, just like you, Taurus. Investing in yourself, right? The Three of Pentacles, learning something new and implementing also what you've learned. A lot of you, here's the thing. There is no one on this planet who will ever be like you. No one has the same astrological alignments and genetic combination as you, or exists in this exact time and space as you. And what a lot of you are doing are discounting your own knowledge. Once again, that's why I was pulling before about stop worshiping the best in your field and start competing with them. So, and also, what's some of you are not even thinking at this level of paradigm. Now, you don't want to get too there's a time and place for everything. I think you want to be more collaborative than you want to be competitive in general. But there's a time and place for everything, and for right now, you may be being too collaborative. Because you are Taurus. You want the good stuff in this life. And you're meant to get it. So use your passion, use your fire. Don't care what people think about you. It's a dog-eat-dog world out here. If you don't create your own schedule, someone's going to create a schedule for you. So it's if you don't command, the person who cannot command him or herself will be commanded. Let me repeat that. The person who cannot command her or himself will be commanded. So, like, it's like every one of us knows certain things we should be doing. Just do that, That's like the energy of this reading. And that's going to lead to love. That's going to lead to everything here. So, like, really question, are you being as passionate as you could be? Right here. Page of Swords, Queen of Wands. Are you? Or can you put on the gas a little bit more? Let's also see why this Ten of Wands is here and what you don't see coming. Taurus, how long is this receipt? I've just been in a timeless state. I've just been in a timeless state. What was that? Why is the Ten of Swords here in what you don't see coming? Yeah. Ace of Pentacles wanted to pop out. Five of Wands wanted to pop out. And the Seven of Wands wanted to pop out. Yeah, clearly here, I do feel like there's something about your physical reality and other people that's coming to an end. It's a burden. I feel like some of you are going to be switching your career. And just once again, like, you need to place value on yourself. Stop, like, the thing is that, like, a lot of us discount our own experience. But you are the universe. It's like, if you want to understand about the universe, just look inside of yourself. The microcosm is the macrocosm. Next time you swallow a cup of coffee, ask yourself how many universes you just swallowed. If you really understand the nature of this thing, there would be no fear, there would be no hesitation, because you realize it's all a dream. We're in a dream world, okay? And when you die and go to the other side eventually, you're going to realize, why was I playing it so safe? It's a joke. It's like, what is this about? Why am I doing this in this reading? I don't know. Let's go ahead and see why the Emperor is here in your advice, right? Because you have this King of Swords, Queen of Swords, wow. So why is the Emperor here? I really feel like this is you just becoming, your own master. Why is the Emperor here? Some of you need to walk away from someone and focus on new love. But hold on. Yeah. Why you so mad for? Why you gotta have it? 'Cause I slaved my whole life. Now I'm the master. Nah, nah, nah. Shout out to Kanye, he is missing. I hope you're still okay, my bro. Okay, but this is your Emperor. The Emperor is clarified by the Three of Swords, the High Priestess, and the King of Cups here. So you could have someone being passive-aggressive with you. And I feel like if you listen to your intuition, there's someone out there for you, Taurus. There's someone out there better for you. Okay, there's new love on the horizon, but this is the energy that wanted to come through. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it provided you clarity and insight. Just remember here, Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. Paul the Venetian, share your gifts with grace, and then open communication. So some of you are just going to have to let it rip. I don't think you've ever let it rip to the degree that you're about to. So with that being said, I'm going to conclude this reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. This is the Autistic Mystic. Peace.